arrogantly assumed you were stupid, but they are, my beloved child, don't skip, stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They thought you were easy to fool, easy to silence, easy to forget. But what they never realized was that silence is where your power was sharpening. They saw your calmness and mistook it for confusion. They watched you listening quietly, thinking you were clueless. But deep down, every single word they spoke, every smirk they gave, every lie they threw, you absorbed it like a code waiting to be cracked. You knew more than you said, and that's what made heaven smile upon you. They laughed behind your back, calling you naive, thinking you had no clue about the games being played around you. But the truth? You were watching their performance like an audience sitting in the front row, waiting for the final act, where truth would reveal its face. Don't skip, because the next few seconds hold the moment where everything changes for you. Their arrogance blinded them. They believed your kindness was weakness, your patience was foolishness, your silence was stupidity. But your silence wasn't surrender, it was strategy. It was your soul choosing not to wrestle with shadows when you were meant to command light. They told others you were too soft, too emotional, too trusting. They mocked your faith, your compassion, your heart, as if those were flaws. But now, those same traits are turning into weapons of divine justice. The very things they laughed at will now elevate you to a height they can never reach. Stay till the end. Because soon, those who mocked you will whisper your name in disbelief. They will watch your rise in silence, unable to explain how the one they underestimated became untouchable. Their arrogance has written their own downfall, and your grace has become their greatest teacher. There was a moment when they looked at you and saw nothing special. But heaven looked at you and saw the blueprint of destiny. You were never meant to shout, never meant to prove, you were meant to be revealed. Every setback they caused was part of the divine setup for your elevation. When you walked away quietly, they thought they had won. They even bragged about it, saying, "See? They gave up." But what they didn't know was that you didn't give up, you were just giving God room to move. Now that movement has begun, and the ground beneath their arrogance is shaking. Don't skip. Because in the next few moments, you'll feel the truth awaken inside you. You'll realize that their betrayal, their mockery, their underestimation, all of it was the announcement of your transformation. They assumed you were easy to read, but you were a book written in a language only the divine could understand. They thought you were predictable, but you were a storm hidden in calm water. They thought they had outsmarted you, but they had only cornered themselves into exposure. And now, the tables are turning. The ones who whispered behind your back are now being whispered about. The ones who laughed at your plans are now questioning their own existence. The same people who called you stupid will soon call you wise. Stay till the end, because this shift is not small. It's a complete reversal of energy, a divine justice in motion. You're not watching karma, you're watching divine intelligence settle its score in perfect timing. You were not slow, my beloved child, you were sacredly deliberate. Every time you paused before reacting, angels took notes. Every time you forgave instead of fighting, heaven applauded your strength. And now, every ounce of patience you invested is turning into visible victory. They will try to reconnect when they see you rising. They'll pretend they always believed in you, that they always supported your dreams. But you will know, because your soul remembers every sneer, every insult, every fake compliment they offered. Don't skip, because what's coming next is not revenge, it's recognition. You will be recognized in the same rooms where they once disrespected you. Your name will echo in conversations where they used to laugh about you. The light they tried to hide will now become impossible to ignore. They wanted to see you broken, but instead, they'll witness your rebirth. They thought your tears meant weakness, but they were purification. They thought your delay meant failure, but it was divine preparation. The truth is, you were never behind, they were just ahead of their own downfall. Stay till the end, because the energy around you is shifting even as you listen. That calmness you feel is not emptiness, it's alignment. It's heaven quietly adjusting your path so that when you rise, you'll never have to explain yourself again. Archangel Michael says, you are walking into the chapter they can't enter. Their judgment of you was their test, and they failed it with arrogance. They saw light but called it foolishness, and now they'll face darkness without guidance. They thought you didn't understand what was happening, but you understood far too well. You saw their intentions, you saw their masks, but you chose not to expose them, you chose peace. And peace is now becoming your crown. The universe remembers the ones who stay kind in the face of cruelty. Don't skip, because there's more truth unraveling here. Someone who once dismissed you is now being humbled by your silence. They're realizing the power you carried wasn't loud, it was pure. And that purity is something money, status, or manipulation can never duplicate. They'll try to understand how you knew things before they happened. They'll call it luck, coincidence, intuition, but you'll know. You'll know it was divine protection whispering in your soul all along. You were not slow, you were spiritually strategic. Stay till the end, because the moment of realization is near. They'll replay their past conversations with you in their minds. They'll hear their own cruel words echo, and guilt will rise like a shadow they can't escape. That's not your revenge, that's divine correction. When you rise, rise quietly. Don't clap back, don't boast, don't explain. Just smile with the calmness of someone who has already won in silence. Because arrogance burns itself out when faced with grace. They will see your face somewhere soon, maybe online, maybe in a conversation, maybe in a dream. and something inside them will break. Not out of hate, but realization that they played games with the wrong soul. Because you were never weak, you were chosen. Don't skip, because your story isn't over, it's unfolding. Every scar they mocked is becoming a medal of survival. Every tear they caused is turning into divine favor. The same mouths that once mocked you will now speak blessings they don't even mean, but heaven will use them anyway. You don't need to chase them. Their conscience is chasing them for you. And every arrogant word they spoke against you is returning like an echo in their life. This is what divine order looks like: quiet, precise, undeniable. Stay till the end. Because soon, people will look at you and ask, how did they do it? And you'll smile, because they will never know what it cost you. The sleepless nights, the silent prayers, the faith that refused to die. Archangel Michael says, your silence has been counted as obedience. Your humility has been recorded as strength. And your pain has been translated into promotion. They arrogantly assumed you were stupid, but they are the ones who didn't see what heaven was building inside you. You were hidden, not forgotten. Prepared, not ignored. Tested, not punished. Stay till the end, my beloved child. Because the next sunrise will expose everything that was done in the dark. The truth will rise with your name written in light. And those who once laughed at you will realize, the person they underestimated was the prophecy they couldn't stop. My beloved child, don't scroll, stay right here, because what you are about to hear will shift something deep inside your spirit. They thought your silence was empty, but that silence was recording everything they ever did to you. Every laugh, every dismissal, every time they looked through you as if you didn't exist, it was being written down in invisible ink by divine justice. You never fought back because you knew truth doesn't need to shout. You let them perform their arrogance, you let them believe they had power over you. But what they never saw coming was the moment when heaven would turn the spotlight and expose their hypocrisy in front of everyone. Stay till the end, something huge is opening right now. They thought they had the upper hand because you were quiet. They didn't understand that you were observing like a warrior waiting for the right moment. You carried knowledge they could never handle, wisdom they could never fake. And now that wisdom is about to make their arrogance collapse. Their tone of superiority was always a mask for insecurity. They feared the calmness you carried because deep down, it mirrored what they lacked. Your composure made them restless. Your silence made them nervous, your peace made them jealous. They confused your grace for ignorance, but now they know it was power. Stay, don't skip, because soon, that same calm energy will become your crown. They'll wonder how you kept your head high when they tried to humiliate you. They'll wonder why you never responded when they spread lies about you. And then they'll realize, you were walking with something sacred that arrogance could never touch. You were never meant to defend yourself with words. You were meant to defend yourself with transformation. And transformation is exactly what's happening now. Every seed of disrespect they planted is growing into your divine recognition. Their gossip built the stage where your truth will be seen. Their laughter became the echo that announces your comeback. They dug a pit for your name, but fell into their own shadow. Because heaven always protects what arrogance tries to destroy. Stay till the end, this is the part where the story turns golden. You don't have to prove them wrong, life will do it for you. Every place they blocked you from will soon open in ways they never imagined. They'll watch you glow, but won't be allowed to come near. My beloved child, you were never behind. The path was simply rearranged to teach you patience. Patience that turned into intelligence. Intelligence that turned into discernment. Now you can see through every fake smile and every polite betrayal. You can hear arrogance disguised as advice. You can feel manipulation wrapped in praise. And that spiritual sensitivity they mocked is your greatest armor now. Don't skip, because what's happening in your life right now isn't coincidence. It's divine choreography. People who underestimated you are being removed from your timeline quietly. Not as punishment, but as protection. The ones who thought you were too slow are watching your speed increase. The ones who thought you didn't get it are realizing you got everything, you just outgrew their smallness. They assumed you were walking in circles, but you were walking through fire to refine your purpose. You were misunderstood by arrogance but recognized by heaven. Stay right here, because the revelation is deepening. Their ego was loud, but your evolution is louder. They are beginning to see it, in your energy, in your progress, in the way you no longer react. You have become the calm they can't disturb anymore. That calmness they used to mock is now terrifying them. Because arrogance feeds on attention, and you no longer feed it. You walked away, not because you lost, but because you were never playing the same game. And now, they are realizing that the quiet one was the main character all along. Don't move, don't scroll, you're entering the golden truth. They once spoke about you with arrogance, soon they'll speak about you with admiration. Their insults are melting into silence because truth doesn't need defenders. Truth simply endures until everyone else runs out of lies. My beloved child, your energy is turning into evidence. People who doubted you are noticing the shift without understanding it. Your glow feels unexplainable to them, your peace feels unfair. That's what happens when heaven rewards what arrogance disrespected. They are watching your blessings multiply quietly. They can't stop talking about you, even when they pretend they don't care. They refresh your pages, they stalk your progress, they try to copy your path. But they can't imitate favor, it's coded for your name only. Stay till the end. Because the higher you rise, the smaller their arrogance becomes. Their voices that once filled rooms are now echoes fading into irrelevance. And your silence has become the loudest sound of all. They never expected your glow-up. They never expected your strength after they broke you. But the one thing they definitely never expected is that you'd thank them one day for the pain. Because that pain trained you for your purpose. Archangel Michael says, "Heaven kept you quiet because the noise of arrogance can't coexist with divine wisdom. Heaven blinded their eyes to your potential because your preparation was sacred. And now, the veil is lifting. What they couldn't see then will be undeniable now. Their arrogance made them speak too soon. They exposed themselves without you lifting a finger. And now they're learning, humility arrives the hard way when pride refuses to listen. But you? You learn through grace, and that makes all the difference. Don't skip, stay tuned. Because the scene ahead is the one where you walk in without announcing yourself. People freeze, energy shifts, silence fills the room. They'll realize who you've become, and it'll humble them instantly. They'll pretend they always believed in you. They'll tell stories that rewrite their past arrogance as concern. But truth doesn't need their validation, it stands with or without their approval. You're not the same person they once underestimated. You're wiser now, sharper now, more peaceful now. You've learned to listen with clarity and speak with purpose. Every loss taught you precision, every delay taught you timing. You've mastered the language of divine patience, something arrogance can't comprehend. Stay till the end, because there's a final twist unfolding. Someone who once mocked you is about to need your help. Not for revenge, not for ego, but so heaven can show them how humility feels. When they come, you'll recognize them, and you'll choose peace again. My beloved child, the glow surrounding you isn't ordinary. It's the result of every insult that didn't break you, every betrayal that didn't kill your hope. That light in your eyes is made of endurance. That strength in your voice is made of quiet survival. Those who arrogantly assumed you were stupid will soon realize they were studying the wrong soul. Because you were never playing for applause, you were aligning with purpose. And purpose always wins over performance. Now heaven is rewarding you in public for what you endured in private. Don't scroll, stay right here. Because your next chapter is already being written in gold. The same people who dismissed you are about to witness divine irony, watching you shine in the light they tried to dim. They'll want to know how it happened so suddenly. But nothing about it was sudden, you were just silently becoming everything they said you couldn't be. You were never slow, you were sacredly timed. And that timing has now arrived. Stay till the end, my beloved child. This is the rise that arrogance can't stop, the glow that envy can't dim, the peace that noise can't touch. You've already won, quietly, gracefully, powerfully. And soon, the world will see what heaven always knew. My beloved child, don't skip, breathe and stay till the end, because the moment you've been waiting for is arriving through these words. The same people who once rolled their eyes at you are now quietly studying every step you take. They can feel that something in your energy has changed, something strong, steady, and unshakable. They once called you confused because you didn't react. They called you weak because you didn't argue. But now they are seeing that your silence was power disguised as calm. You weren't ignoring the truth, you were letting truth prepare its own thunder. Stay here. Because the shift that's happening inside you is not a small one, it's a full-spectrum awakening. Everything they mocked is transforming into magnetism. Every laugh they had at your expense is turning into their silent lesson. They thought you were invisible, but heaven never hides brilliance, it only delays exposure. Now that exposure has begun, and there's no going back. You are walking through doors that arrogance once tried to lock. Those locks are melting because purpose does not wait for permission. They will say, "You changed." But you'll know, you just returned to your original power. Their arrogance wanted you to shrink, destiny wanted you to expand. And now the expansion is unstoppable. Don't scroll, stay right here. Because the revelation ahead is not just about them, it's about you remembering who you are. You were never meant to impress small minds, you were meant to awaken sleeping ones. And your light is doing exactly that. They mocked your dreams because they had forgotten how to dream. They mocked your faith because theirs had already died. They mocked your hope because it reminded them of their fear. And now, their arrogance is collapsing under the weight of your becoming. They can't stand to see you peaceful. They can't handle your quiet confidence. They can't understand why their gossip no longer shakes you. It's because you've realized that arrogance only wins when it's noticed. Stay till the end, this next truth is sacred. You are entering a season where heaven rewrites your image in front of those who doubted it. Not through revenge, but through undeniable evidence. Your work, your glow, your presence, all of it will speak for itself. They'll try to copy your tone, your rhythm, your style. But imitation without anointing collapses. They'll wear confidence like a costume while you carry it like skin. Because yours is real, theirs was borrowed from pride. Archangel Michael says, the tables have fully turned. Those who once treated you like background noise are now realizing you were the melody. You were the frequency that held balance in the room. Don't skip, stay till the end. Because soon, they'll look at you and see the reflection of every lesson they ignored. They'll remember the times they dismissed your warnings, your kindness, your insight. And realization will sting harder than any revenge ever could. My beloved child, their arrogance wasn't your burden, it was your mirror. It showed you who you never want to become. It taught you that true intelligence doesn't need to parade itself. It taught you that the loudest voice often hides the emptiest soul. Now look at you, calm, focused, detached from drama. Your silence no longer aches, it heals. Your solitude no longer feels lonely, it feels sovereign. You have stepped into mastery. Stay till the end, the reward of restraint is revelation. Because you didn't fight them, heaven fought for you. Because you didn't expose them, time exposed them. Because you didn't curse them, grace embarrassed them. Their circle is confused, their confidence is cracking. The same lips that called you foolish are whispering your name with disbelief. Every arrogant assumption is now dissolving under evidence they can't deny. And the truth is walking in with your face on it. They'll come across your success by accident, or so they'll think. A random post, a passing conversation, a coincidence that feels too precise. In that instant, everything they thought they knew about you collapses. Their arrogance meets reality, and reality doesn't blink. Don't move. Let them witness it. Let them taste the silence they once forced upon you. Because silence has turned into your spotlight. They used to joke about you like you were a story to laugh at. Now your story is a sermon they're learning from. They wanted you small so they could stay big. But heaven doesn't measure height, it measures heart. Stay till the end, the next lines are your confirmation. You are the calm before the miracle, the stillness before the eruption of blessings. Every humiliation was a rehearsal for this public honor. Every dismissal was a prophecy in disguise. My beloved child, arrogance can't survive where humility wins. And you've won quietly. You never needed to prove intellect, your results are doing it. You never needed to demand respect, your evolution commands it naturally. They will replay memories of you, trying to understand how they missed it. They'll remember the day they spoke over you as if you weren't there. They'll remember the smirks, the dismissive glances, the fake encouragement. And it will burn, because they'll realize how blind arrogance truly is. Don't scroll, hold on to this. Heaven hid your brilliance so that arrogance couldn't sabotage it early. Now that your time has come, no opinion can block what's unfolding. This is divine exposure, irreversible, unstoppable, undeniable. Archangel Michael says, "You are walking proof that humility outlasts pride." You are the quiet storm that rewrote destiny's script. Those who thought they were above you are now standing beneath your legacy. And it's happening so naturally, they won't even know how to speak. Stay till the end, because your rise is poetic. The same arrogance that mocked you will clap for you. Not because they changed, but because the truth left them no choice. They'll see your face and feel the weight of every word they threw. But you won't look back in anger. You'll look back with serenity. Because now you understand, they were just the background noise to your divine symphony. And without their arrogance, you wouldn't have refined your melody. You are stepping into the era of quiet power. No explanations, no arguments, no noise, just evidence. Let them talk, you keep building. Let them doubt, you keep glowing. Because arrogance eventually gets tired of itself. And when it does, humility takes the throne. That throne has your name carved on it now. And no one, absolutely no one, can dethrone what heaven crowns. Stay till the end, my beloved child. This is the final unfolding of their arrogance, the scene where you walk past them untouched. You owe no apologies, no explanations, no revenge. Your victory is self-evident. The same eyes that once looked down on you will now look up to you. And you won't need to say a word. Your silence will finish the conversation they started with arrogance. And heaven will close the